Led by a lifelong interest in healing, Dr. Linda Salvin pursued an advanced degree in epidemiology. Then, after dramatic near-death experiences, Dr. Linda saw the other side and returned with gifts of insight, visions, and revealed wisdom. Now those gifts are ongoing, and she's here to share them with you. Get ready to be amazed. It's time for Dr. Linda Salvin's Psychic Solutions Podcast with America's original radio psychic, Dr. Linda Salvin, offering up her always fascinating blend of psychic psychology, clairvoyant insights, and expert guests and alternative healing methods. So pull up a chair and get ready for a visit with the one and only Dr. Linda. And now, live from Los Angeles, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Linda Salvin.
Hi, welcome back, everybody. I'm back. I can actually breathe and talk. So this 3-week viral infection, no, it wasn't COVID. I don't know what I had, but it seems to be on its way out. So I'm able to do the show without hacking all the way through it like I have the last few weeks, or I even had to run some replays. So how you doing? Let's get you in the chat. Let's get you asking me questions. Hey, Amara, why don't you guys start asking questions? I'm going to do a show today on spirituality and my tools and the gifts. And in about 30 minutes, Storm Monroe, who a lot of you know, is a very big, famous, hi, Angela, YouTuber with the Storm Monroe show. And he's here in Los Angeles visiting. He actually flew out to California from where he lives to attend my 70th birthday party Saturday night. I had 75 people here. It was just, I'm still overwhelmed. I'm still coming down from the high. And as you know, when you give a party or a wedding or a bar mitzvah or a reunion, whatever the event is, you work, it builds up, and then they all show up and don't even talk to half of them because you're too busy entertaining and making sure that as a hostess or host, your guests are okay. And then I realized, oh my God, I didn't get pictures over here and I didn't say something over there. And I can't do it all, but it was really a lot of fun. Thank you. Yeah, I just turned 70 on Friday. Unbelievable. I see my 18-year-old self inside me, and I see all the different years in between. Life's a trip, everybody. It's one huge roller coaster ride until we're at the very end. So I figure I got at least 15, 20 years ahead of me. Hopefully, my 94-year-old father was here. And we have pictures. If you're on Facebook, you can go check them out on Facebook at Linda Salvin. And I'll get to questions in a moment. Thank you. I will love for you to go to Facebook and check out the pictures of my dad. He's 94. He's got, 24 years on me. So it gives me hope that there's still future times. Angela wants to know if she's going to get a PhD. I got my PhD at the age of 54. So Angela, if you work and dedicate, study, do all the paperwork, tie into all of your resources, get the dissertation done, pass the exams, yes, you'll get your PhD. You have to do the work. I can say yes, but it's up to you to do the work. You have to be responsible. It will get done. It took me 3.5 years to get a PhD, just like it was, 2 years for my master's and 4 years for a bachelor's. So it's all dedication, showing up, being responsible, being committed. And it's harder as an adult because you have to work and you got to get out and do things. And eventually, while you're working or taking care of a family and doing the home or parents or whatever, hey, Constance from Korea, how you doing? This will be fun. It's like it's a new year, so it's a new group of people, and we're all going to get actively involved. Constance has had a few private sessions, and she's doing candles. So, Constance, why don't you type a few words about what you've been going through, or some testimony, and let the other people know while I'm chit-chatting here. Education is a privilege. Education is something that we earn. A lot of people pay their fee and get their degree. There's a lot of schools like that you can slide by. Was it Yale? I think it was in the news. They were giving everybody an A, even if they weren't studying. I mean, something crazy. And then you got all the political and anti-Semitic stuff going on with some of the Ivy League campuses. And hey, Sonia, I'm glad to see you. The work will pay off in the future. I remember studying when I was 21 to 23, when I was getting my master's in epidemiology. I mean, that's 46, 47 years ago, folks. But a lot of what I learned, even though I'm not a practicing epidemiologist, makes sense. I understand science, understand medicine, understood the pandemic and a lot of the statistical analysis. But as I grew and I became psychic after surviving that plane crash in 1981, and then the fire truck, and then the totaling the car with the white light, and all the indoctrination of me going from science to woo-woo psychic, I integrated it, and that's where metaphysics came in. So the metaphysics is a combination of spirituality and psychology. So like it says in the opening, I'm like a spiritual psychologist, but I'm not just that. I have a very quick diagnostic mind to see the problem and have an answer, because I did become very psychic, as a lot of you do know, even though people think I'm doing the work of a devil or whatever. And it's like, if God didn't want me to have the gift, why'd he give it to me? So I'm here for you. I've been doing this work over 30 years. And as I was sick, a lot of the times, as you know, when you're sick and you have fever, or you can't breathe, your brain takes on a little trip. So it's kind of like a life review. And I was just saying to a friend, I feel like another caterpillar has left and I'm a new butterfly again. And yeah, we're wishing everybody well. School's a dedication. Hold on, I can't read them all that fast. Happy belated birthday, listening to you and your channel for a little while. Thank you so much. Keep going and leave comments on YouTube. I need comments. I need more subscribers. I'm still new to this. I come from AM FM, people. Long before the internet, I was on radio. Okay, I'm older than most of you. And when Storm gets here, you'll know he's only 30 years old, and I act like his grandmother, and we have fun with that. But we're karmically connected. And it's a lot of fun. So yeah, just keep going to school, or go get a new job, or get out of the relationship that doesn't make you feel good, or make amends to somebody that you hurt or hurt you. We have to take responsibility. I didn't have 70 friends show up at my party the other night because I'm this wicked person my sister thinks I am. Something just doesn't connect. The whole world that I'm in seems to appreciate me. Who didn't come? My sister. That's her issue. And does it hurt? It does hurt. Thank you so much. I wish you well in your pursuit for the PhD. PhDs, masters, bachelors, and AA. Even getting your high school GED. A lot of people were forced to drop out, or maybe at the time weren't spiritually or emotionally prepared to handle school, and they dropped out and didn't even get a GED. But there's a lot of people that drop out of school that become multimillionaires. So school isn't always the answer to your future, okay? There's a lot of people that became multimillionaires and very, very successful without an education, except for the street learning, where you learn from other people, you learn by falling down, you learn by mistakes, you learn by trial and error. I have my PhD and want to transition to something different. I can't wait to book an appointment with you. Just go to lindasalvin.com, and when you pay for your session, hey, Michelle, no blue shoes this week. That's a little secret between us. Just pay for a session at lindasalvin.com, and when the orders come through, give me within 72 hours, and I'll contact you to set up your time on the calendar, regardless of what time zone. Like when I have to work with Constance, she's in Korea, I'm in Los Angeles, but we make it work. It may be nighttime there, but we're still on Zoom or whatever. So I love meeting people all over the world. I love meeting people here, and I want to keep growing the show. So Storm will be here in about a half hour. We'll talk and answer questions. And then tomorrow on Wednesday's show for the Recovery Wednesday with Candy Finnegan, who also was sick for a couple of weeks. We had to run replays. We're doing recovery's not the end, it's the beginning. It is a beginning of a whole new life when you get sober. And then Thursday, so I'm planting this in your ears now, I just want to do psychic readings. I just want question, but you got to give me time to answer the questions before you all pop up at once, okay? So I want to get back into doing psychic readings to really help people, and hopefully you just get enough that you'll book the appointment off the air, because that's what I've done since 1994. Gratefully, and he's been on the show, Fred Missman, who's done 2 astrology shows with me in the past 6 months or so. A few of my friends got up and told little stories about how I affected their life or my role in their world. And 2 people I saved their life, actually, and I was grateful they brought that up. That wasn't what I was expecting. One was an accident, and the other was a dog problem. But Fred came from the crowd and talked about how his station, K-Big 104 FM, back in 1994, was in competition with another FM station here in Los Angeles. It's always numbers. It's always competition. It's always ratings. And they wanted to compete with the Love Letters show because they still have that show where they read love letters, how Susie feels about Johnny and all that, and dedicate a song. So they needed to boost the numbers. So they started the Psychic. And I was the psychic chosen out of 300 people, 360 people. And we'll talk about dreams in a moment. Let me finish talking, okay? The beauty was that Fred came up and explained how they needed a competitive edge and how he selected me. And I was grateful because 30 years now being on radio has put me on the map around the world, thanks to this man, Fred Missman, with all my gifts. He saw my gifts. He saw that I was a true psychic, a true healer, a true medium, where I do communicate with the other side. And he taught me radio. He taught me broadcasting. And I'm forever grateful because it changed my life. I didn't know where I was really headed after the plane crash, and I couldn't go back to public health. So when you grow and you live your life, there will be people that drop out and you argue with, you never talk to again. And that's fine because you change. But then you've got those that, if you're lucky and fortunate like me, they're going to go the whole distance. There was a man at my party who is 71 years old. I'm 70 now. And he was the first boy to take me to high school in his car when I was 14. And we're still friends. He's married. His first wife passed away of cancer. I mean, we stay friends. And that's the value of life, people. It's not just the stuff, of course, awards like the Grammys and the Emmys and the Oscars. Of course, you want to be acknowledged, but you can also be acknowledged with your degree. You can be acknowledged for helping somebody at the market. You can help somebody open a door. You can be kind. You can be bitter. I get bitter when it comes to bad customer service. I spent 4 days with one company until I finally got it resolved. They finally admitted, we never activated it. They make you feel like the idiot, but they're the ones that are stupid. But because there's too many people trying to fix something, they're not even trained. That's different. I can't always be nice and sweet to a customer service person where I know they're not capable of figuring out or reading notes. But that's another part of life. I'm talking about love, friendship, quality. You want quality in your life, and that comes from becoming more spiritual people. Been there, done that. The drugs, sex, rock and roll is not going to find you the man or woman of your dreams. You're going to eventually find that that's not it. Somebody can be with somebody 10, 12 years, 15 years, and not get married, but then leave that relationship and all of a sudden get married. Why? Because they find real love. And I want to help you achieve whatever it is you want this year. Love, romance, travel, communication, education, promotions, new job, commitment to yourself, commitment to your God, commitment to improving a day at a time. That's what it's about. It's your commitments. It's your responsibility. It's your truth for you. Figure out your soul. Now, who just asked about their father who passed away? I'm not doing channeling on this show. Oh, he's been in your dreams. Okay. So if he's in his dreams, a lot of times when we get the dreams, they're communicating from spirit. They're communicating from spirit, and they're trying to give you a message of hope or love, or to let you know they're around, that the love is still there. Sometimes he's still close to the earth plane. And the dreams are almost lucid. You almost feel like he's there. You almost feel like you can talk to him or hear him very clearly or see him. You're not just dreaming. You're picking up communication. You really are. I had that with my grandmother 15 years ago before my mom died. My mom was at my 55th birthday and died 2 months later of third stage lung cancer. But the day before she died, I had a dream of my grandmother. And I said, Grandma, I thought you were dead. She said, No, I've just been away. I said, well, Mom's sick. She goes, she'll be okay. And my mom died the next day. So my grandmother came in with a message, just as your father's coming in with a message too. It's okay to cry. It's okay to miss. It's okay to grieve. It's okay to be lost. It's okay to be in an ethereal state for months where you're spaced out. You might be at the market and start crying. You might be at a concert and start laughing. You might be at home and scared. All these ups and downs of emotions are part of grief. Then you start bargaining. Then you say, but if I had been a better daughter, he might have died. Or why didn't I get him to the hospital? It's not our responsibility when somebody dies. We think it is. We take it on. Oh, I could have been a better daughter. I should have done this. I should have done that. I went through all that. It's a normal reaction and process, and the dreams can be shattering. The dreams can be comforting. Thank you. Well, keep listening to the shows. It's always on replay at Dr. Linda Radio. DrLindaRadio.com is 24 hours a day, folks. YouTube at Dr. Linda Salvin. All these shows upload as soon as we're done. You can always replay. Yes, you find your purpose by asking God what it is. You got to just start to have faith. I've used Wicks of Wisdom for years. I love Dr. Linda, her products and services. Boss lady. Hey, cool. So, there's so much to talk about. I don't want to hear about death today, please. I'm not channeling, and I'm sorry he passed away, and I know why he passed away, but I am not doing channeling today. I have to put myself in a whole different orb in order to bring in the dead. I can feel him and I can hear him, but I'm not going to communicate that. If you want me to really work with you, you pay for your session off the air like everybody. I'm a doctor. It's like being a gynecologist, a cardiologist, an immunologist, which is for cancer. If you go to your dermatologist, if you go to your hairdresser, if you go to the butcher, if you go to your nail salon, everybody works. You work. I work. I happen to do the show, but what I've been doing for 30 years is using the show to draw people in, partly for my business. So I don't mind answering little questions, but if you want the real deal about what I'm really about to help, just like Boss Lady here, readings, 30, 40, 60 minutes. Candle Magic, Wicks of Wisdom. They've been on TV with Kris Jenner. Yes, I paid her $25,000 in 2006 before she was the momager to host my infomercial, which is on my YouTube channel thing at Dr. Linda Salvin. Watch the infomercial. You will learn the spirituality of real candle magic. It's over 3,000 years old. I didn't make it up, but I did take Kabbalah and mix it with Santeria, which no one else has ever done. Plus, I'm a metaphysician, so I can tap into your issues to help you really achieve what you want. I kept one girl out of jail for 20 years, burning the sweetening judgment and a good luck power, a couple sets of power. She's been on the show. I'm going to have her back. Read the testimonials at lindasalvin.com. I'm the real deal. You want to call me a flake? That's fine. I don't care. But I know the people who I work with and how I have helped them. Doctors call me. Hi, Michelle. I have chiropractors. I have a few MDs that I work with and help them. I help them. They help me. One just called before the show here, and I said, I'll call you after 2 our time because he needs some help. And I remove some of the negative energy that he picks up as a chiropractor helping people. And sometimes when I get attacked and entities jump on me by the voice of a client on the phone, he gets it off of me. We help each other. But psychically, I have a gift that a lot of people don't. I read for psychics. I have often said I wish I knew a psychic as accurate as me because I can't find it. But I'm here to help you, but please go to my website, lindasalvin.com, and book a session. When you have 30, 40, 60 minutes and you learn more about what your path and journey and obstacles, whether it's family, school, work, your path, your purpose, your God, your spiritual connection, how to open up, what does it mean, all that stuff. That's what I do. I teach, I help. I'm your flashlight on the path without the blindfold, okay? I'm also into nutrition because if we don't have proper nutrition in today's day and age, and Storm will say when he gets here, we were talking about food last night. That food doesn't taste like food used to taste because it's all chemical. You don't know what you're eating. So I do DNA nutrition where you test and swab your cheeks for DNA panels, and then you get a customized clinically dosed nutritional product based on your DNA. No one else has this formula but you. No one's going to have my formula but me because it's customized. It's not like going to any store to say, oh, I need B and D and C and pomegranate and grapeseed and all that. No, your body's DNA will tell the truth. So I'll get you into the DNA nutrition. I'm also into a detox of the glyphosates. If you read in the news, everywhere you go, it's glyphosates, poisoning the system, causing cancer, weight gain, fogginess in your brain, muscle depreciation. I have a product that in 90 days, the glyphosates, which is like weed killer, all the sprays that they're using out there to get rid of the bugs. It's actually poison on all our food. All the crops vegetables, fruits. Now they're inoculating the chickens, the cows, the pigs. Everything we eat is now being poisoned with glyphosates to hurt us. If there's more cancer, more sickness, more disease, what happens? Big pharma and doctors make more money. I'm into prevention. I have studied preventative medicine since I was in college. 1973, I got into health in my sophomore year at San Francisco State, master's in epidemiology at 75 to 77, and the PhD in 08. Bring it all together to mind, body, spirit. Bring it all together so you're healthy. If you're not healthy on the inside, you're not going to make it on the outside in the world. It doesn't work. You're too anxious, or you're sick, or you don't feel well, or you don't want to motivate, or whatever, because your digestion might be wrong, or you might have leaky gut. Most people have leaky gut. That means that the bowel, the lining of the colon, leaks fecal material. So we get contamination. I have products to cure the gut. 98% of all disease starts in the gut. I have the detox that after 90 days, you will feel amazing. I fought Dr. Sharon. She was on the show last year. I'm going to bring her back on in a week or two. We're going to go into the products again because we can't keep this stuff in stock. We're signing people up right and left because you do the green drink, which is a power shake, and you've got energy and you're not hungry. So you're going to lose weight and your muscles are going to tone with the amino acids that hit your muscles within 23 minutes. That's pre-digested protein. You don't have to digest a steak. And then there's the biome that eliminates the glyphosates. I fought her when we started last year. I said, I don't want to do this. I didn't want to check off 90 days. I was like, it's never going to happen. About 84 days into it, I called Sharon. I said, oh my God, I feel great. She goes, Linda, it's 90 days. This stuff is amazing. Otherwise, I wouldn't talk about it. And then there's a parasite release capsule that gets the parasites out of your body. How many times you had like cookies and donuts and M&Ms or pasta, whatever, then you have a busy, heavy food weekend, and all of a sudden you're not eating to like go on the diet and calm it down, to get a headache. Why do you get a headache? You're getting headaches partly because you're detoxing from the sugar and the carbs, but the parasites, which lay eggs, are in your body looking for sugar. So the headache's part of the parasitical reaction. There's a lot to learn, but I can keep it simple and help you. Yes, I still have the cough. So book a session at lindasalvin.com. Check out all my shows at Dr. Linda Radio. It's also the Psychic Solutions Podcast will get you there as well. I've got all the different domains taking you. Sorry, I'm talking. I can't get enough air. Hey, John, how are you? John's an amazing musician. What a pianist. Oh my God, he'll blow your mind if you ever hear his work. He's on Facebook. Go find John Bond. But I just want you all happy and healthy. I mean, I'm struggling like everybody with this winter, whatever it is, regardless of how you've treated yourself over the last few years. There's no protection other than nutrition. And I just downed all these shakes while I was sick. I took extra iodine. I took extra oregano oil. I took colloidal silver. I had 2 Z-Packs, but it wasn't COVID. I tested negative. Whatever. So Storm will be here in about 7 minutes. What other questions do you have? I just did a little monologue of my background to teach the people or to educate you as to what I do and how I can help you. And everybody always wants a free reading and a free bit of advice, but I appreciate it when you come back and support the show by booking a session at lindasalvin.com or subscribe to the channel and leave little comments. Hi, Lisa Lovescott. I'm glad everybody's here today. It's a brand new year. We're going to become more and more active, which is terrific. I'm so sorry, but man, you weren't here 2 weeks ago when I had Charlotte on the air. We were both hacking away. We were both so congested. I think everybody or somebody somewhere that's going through this. So just forgive. I think another week I should be totally clear because it's 3 weeks today that it hit right after Christmas. Can you believe it's already the middle of January? Next thing you know, it's going to be 4th of July, and then it's going to be Christmas, and then it's going to be Happy New Year again, right? 2025. Let's get through 2024. Oh, there's definitely something going around, but they're not telling us what it is. There's a couple of TikTokers and YouTubers talking about the hospitals they work in, but they don't want to give it a name. Will I be a millionaire? Create for my son and niece. I can't answer that. People want to know if they're going to be the next Madonna or the next Lady Gaga. I've seen people. Let's put it this way. I had one girl many years ago who was homeless in a car with 3 kids, who turned herself around, made millions, also won an Academy Award in Hollywood. Working with me, burning the candles, taking the advice, following the directions and the path where the obstacles are versus no, don't do this, don't invest there, yes, do this, do that. I see the future for you. You want the help, you want to get there? I can help guide you. I can't do the work for you, just like I'm not going to go to school for you and take your exam or write your papers or write your dissertation or your thesis. You got to do the research. But in the end, later, it pays off. If I had really understood the beauty of my PhD struggles in 2005 to 2008, just before my mom died, she goes, "What do you need a PhD for?" Well, I wanted to get to the top of something. I wanted to say, "Hey, Shirley, I want you to talk about your successes with the candles and the hives. Type a little testimony." I don't know what number to have the call in. We're not there to the call-ins yet, but we're going to eventually get call-ins. But I knew I needed to do more. I felt it. And even though my mom couldn't understand, now it's 15 years this year she's passed. And 15 years later, my career has taken other changes. I've been written up on more books. I'm going to be back on AM/FM radio doing interviews. I'm being talked to. My book will be published this year. I mean, you just keep going, people. You just keep going. Oh, I'm old. I'm 30. Yeah, I felt that too. Oh, I'm old. I'm 40. Yeah, I felt that too. I started radio at 40. I'm now 70. I have more to do. You don't stop. And you age only if you allow it. If you take care of yourself with nutrition, skincare, truth, honesty, get off the drugs, get off the sugar, get off the alcohol, get off the cigarettes, and clean up your health, you'll radiate from the inside. I did all that. I've done all that. You can listen on the Wednesday show and you'll hear the story. I'm no different than you. I just decided at one point I wanted more, and I wanted to live, and I wanted to be healthy, and I don't want to die young. I do not want to die young. You're welcome, Angela. Shirley. Linda helped me through a time. I had hives for 2 years. I did healings and candles, and the hives went away. Well, I will take it from there. Thank you, Shirley. Storm will be last night. Okay. Storm should be here momentarily. He's finishing up a show. Shirley and I go back to when I was on cable radio back in 1995 to 2009. I was in 400 markets on radio. And Shirley came to me for readings. And then one time she was divorced, and she got married, and she had these hives. She went to the doctor. They put her on steroids. Poor girl gained, 50 pounds, Shirley? Something like that. And nothing helped these hives until I took a look at it. And metaphysically, I figured out the problem behind the hives was that she remarried her ex-husband. So her body was saying, get out. This isn't cool. And then she had another healing. My healings are where you're laying down, and through breathing, color, and words, I take you on a little journey that's very meditative, very calm, can be painful. And it's a 7-day process that, say you have a healing on a Monday, then by Sunday, it'll kick in with a little bit of bumps along the way. Right, Shirley? And then when we finally discovered what the problem was, yeah, well, I remember all that because I remember the work, and that's I remember your process, but it was all related to you having remarried and true ex-husband. Yeah, the 50 pounds, those steroids, but the healing and the candles worked. I have a guy in Switzerland who I'm working with. It's on the line now. It's on. It's on the testimonial. There's a guy in Switzerland whose doctors couldn't figure out what was wrong, even with a ultrasound. He came to me. I did the candles for him here in Los Angeles, burned them in Switzerland, and he's almost healed. I just got another testimony today. I can read. The candles work. Thank you, Shirley. Once we get the phones going, you can come on. You put in oils, herbs, powders. There's petitions. The candle in Kabbalah represents the soul of man. The wick, when lit, is the flame, which is light, which is God. You feed God a certain petition. I do not discuss petitions until you have your appointment with me. It's all individual, just like this nutritional product. It's individual. I don't do one size fits all. I don't, because it doesn't fit. Everybody's unique. We're all different. We've all got the same kind of makeup, and we have the same kind of body organs. We're more or less the same issues, but we each have a different place to deal with. Individuality, but spirituality is how you put it all together. I am very spiritual. I teach spirituality. I teach you how to find God. You want to find your purpose? Start praying. Not on your hands and knees. Oh my God, dear God. Blah, blah, blah. You don't have to make it hard. You can go on my site and look at the God Are You Real poem. I have butterflies everywhere. I don't know if there's some in here, but yeah, there's butterflies. But there's a poem I used to read on the show, and it's on my infomercial. It's going to be in my book. It's going to be in my film that's going to come out in a few years. I got all this stuff going on. But this is how I've taught God. Surely you remember this. It's God, are you real? The child whispered, God, speak to me, in a meadowlark sang. But the child did not hear. So the child said, God, speak to me. And a star shone brightly, but the child did not see. So the child said, God, speak to me. And the thunder rolled across the sky, but the child did not hear. So the child said, God, speak to me. And a child was born, but the child did not know. The child said, touch me, God, show me you're real. Whereupon God reached down and touched the child, but the child brushed the butterfly away and walked away unknowingly. God's everywhere, people. God's in this artwork. God's in this YouTube. God's in the StreamYard. God's in your chair. God's in your clothing. God's in your ears. God's in your trees and the stars, and right here with all of us on this channel at this moment. It's not about religion. I am not into religion. Religion is man-made. Spirituality is what is. A lot of people think I'm kooky, but the more you understand spirituality, past lives, this life, your soul evolution, you'll begin to understand life. A friend of mine from high school, he's now 71, texted me yesterday to see if I'd ever read or heard of Brian Masters. Not Brian Masters, whatever. Dr. Brian's, can't think of his name right now, but his book was Many Minds, Many Masters. And he was one of the first to open the doors on past lives. I said, oh yeah, I did that in the 80s, because he's now evolving. Now that he's retired, he has questions about his being. It's all about the being, who we are, what we are. And I talked about this 30 years ago when Shirley was listening to me on radio. It's not new, but what's new is you, because you're a new audience to my work. That's the cool part. I've been doing this for 30 years, people. It's not, I just popped up. No. I've been doing this a long time, but there's new generations of people that are gravitating to the psychic spiritual world. Please, I don't care who you talk to on TikTok and, oh God, what are they? Instagram and YouTube, but be careful. Most of the people are not psychic. They're going to take your money, or they're going to give you false hope, or they're going to do cards, or they're going to give you some AI information on he's going to call you if you listen to this tone. Don't buy into all this stuff, people. You want the real deal? LindaSalvin.com. Let me call Storm and find out where he is, because he's supposed to be on the show here. Hold on. Where are you? Let me find him. Let's just see where he went. Let's get Storm on the phone. Yeah, we all have past lives. You have past lives. We all do. You can't be alive without a past life. We're all reincarnated. You have to understand that if you're born in 1985, you actually had lives in the 70s or the 60s or the 1800s. Hello?
Hello?
Are you going to sign on?
Yeah. I'm about to end the show now.
All right, we're waiting for you. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
We all have past lives. I am not a past life regressionist, But I can tell you, it's like when I had past life regression the first couple of times, there's a 3-day preparation period if they're doing it properly and professionally that kind of prepare you for the shock of what's going to happen when you break through the linear time. If I was born in 1954 and they take me from, well, back then it was the 80s. So, okay, we're going to go back into the 70s and the 60s and the 50s. Okay, now you're at 54, like going down a staircase or an elevator shaft, and then you stop and you look at each door for whatever time or year the regressionist would take you. Then all of a sudden, all right, let's go to 1950. That was 4 years before I incarnated. And I would see something, or I would go back to the 40s and I would see World War II, or it's because I was alive back then. Or I go to the 30s and I saw myself as an actress, or I would go back into the 1700s and I was in the Civil War, and I knew my father back then, and he's my dad now. And one time I said, Dad, I knew you during the Civil War. He goes, that's probably why I've always been so fascinated with it. He's too cognitive to think past lives, especially at the age of 94. He's not going to go there now. But when we used to have those conversations, I would try to get him to see the spirit, the soul, that we travel. It's learning how to break what we do in linear time. Like right now, it's January 16th and it's 1:35 p.m. Pacific time. However, in the spiritual world, there is no time, no clock, no calendar. There just is space. It just is. You just go. There's no landmarks like, okay, I'm on the air 1 to 2. Okay, I've got an appointment at 4. Okay, I've got dinner at 7:30. We need to organize our time in life. But in God's world, how come he didn't call? When am I going to get married? When am I going to get my degree? When am I going to get the job? When am I going to move? All that stuff, it's really ordained by the universe. You can't always control it. You can set a goal. People call it manifestation. It's really a goal. You set a time, you set a goal, you want it to happen, you make it happen. It didn't just manifest. No, don't buy into the manifestation stuff. If you want to, that's fine, but I don't. You got a goal. Oh, I'm going to get a degree. I'm going to manifest my degree. No, you're enrolled in school. You bought books. You take tests. You listen to the lectures. You show up. You do the work. And at the end of the curriculum, you earn the degree. Did you manifest it? Yeah, because you wanted it, so you went and did it. It's not like it just came down the chimney. You know, nothing in life just happens. Last night, if you watched the Emmys, the New York City reviews, what is the best way to set your year up for success on your goals? Book an appointment with me. I'll teach you everything. You got to just figure out what you want to do and take baby steps. But call me off there. This is what I do. Hey, look who's here. Look who's here. I've been schmoozing for 35 minutes. So I told them you're in town in Los Angeles. I told them we had dinner and the food tasted like something we don't know what it is anymore because we don't know what's contaminated. True. I was talking about the detox. I was talking, and Storm just signed up for the new detox. He tasted the Power Shake last night to detox the glyphosates and to build more muscle and to build more, to get rid of the glyphosates and the fogginess of the brain.
All the gunk out of your body. It was pretty good. It was better than what I expected. You didn't really add, you put in some ginger, which was
I put in some ginger, but you can put cacao and bananas. You can doctor it up with oat milk, almond milk, whatever you want. There's no rule.
It was actually pretty. Well, not show that on the bed there in the hotel, but
I told them you were in California. I told them you flew all the way from there to here to join my birthday. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you were at my 70th birthday party.
And we had a really good time. We had a really good time. You had 70 people there for your birthday, which was really cool.
And you flew out from back there.
From back east, yeah.
Yeah, and can it detox the spike protein? Yes. I have a solution for all of that, Shirley. That's part of it. The spike protein, the C's, all of what's in us can be detoxed. That's the beauty of all this. So call me or email me, Shirley. I'll explain it to you. And in 90 days, you'll come back on the show and you go, oh my God, I feel so good. That's part of it because we want to stay healthy, but we have to clean out the gut. Yes. We have to detox the glyphosates, the mold, the plastics. Even Jane Fonda has been on TV lately touting, let's pretend this is a credit card, but we ingest the equivalent of a credit card each week of plastic.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Thank you, Lisa. Yeah. Can you imagine all this crud that is being ingested, clogging our arteries, slowing down our heart, slowing down our kidneys, our liver, our digestion, elimination, pooping it all out. It gets stuck. Why is there so much constipation? Why is everybody sick? Why are you breaking out as an adult? Because of what we're eating, but we're not processing properly. We want to detox. And yes, there's 100 different detoxes and there's all these green drinks. Be careful. It's not just making kale and spinach and beets. No, this is a special blend mainly of grasses and greens, wheatgrass, that the body and statistically has been, well, if you've got mold, we can get rid of the mold. That's what all this is, Shirley. It'll get rid of the mold. It'll get rid of the glyphosates. It'll get rid of the plastics. It gets rid of the metals, everything. Clean out.
It felt good after I drunk it. It felt, I could feel it. I can't really describe the feeling, but I could feel it.
It felt clean and it didn't have a spike. It's not like drinking coffee. You didn't get a rush. You just felt like it got in your blood. You were hungry for dinner. This is not a starvation. It's not a cleanse where you don't eat. You eat what you want. But what's going to happen is as you clean your body, your kid will be there next week. Then we'll bring it back on the show and you start talking about your results.
Okay.
What'll happen is you may not crave certain things because your body will be healing and getting the nutrition it needs, just like with the DNA nutrition. A1Cs have gone down. One girl no longer is diabetic. Another one no longer has immune deficiency. One guy got off dialysis. Myself, my cardiovascular numbers went down. My A1C went down. My liver numbers went down. Is your cleanse safe for people? Yes, absolutely, with the allergies. It's definitely gluten-free. We got more people with all of that. Patients and nurses have gut issues, of course. So what you should do is sign up, Sonia, and turn everybody else on, and you start becoming a distributor and help other people heal. Everybody, chiropractors, doctors, cardiologists, we've got nurses, we've got healers, we've got naturopaths, just everyday people, students, kids. Everybody's on it. It's a whole different.
Even when you flip the bag over, it has all the vitamins and minerals, and it's
You just said something important. Bag, and as you learned from Sharon, we talked to her last night. The bag is made of hemp, bamboo. They don't even want to use plastic because they're cutting down on plastic in the world to save the environment. So the products come in bags made of hemp and bamboo, people. It's healthy. I know that I've gone through this with you before, and you think, oh, there she goes again with another product. We're putting the DNA nutrition together with the detox and the cleanse for the perfect storm. No pun intended.
No pun intended. Oh, you muted yourself. Yeah, she muted herself. I don't know what she pressed.
There you go.
There you go.
We were talking about past lives, near death. Education. A lot of people have PhDs. They want to know if they're going to manifest it. It's like not manifesting your PhD. It's like you sign up for school, you do the work, you do the test, you do the you call me off the air or go to lindasalvin.com and click on detox. It's right there. Does it interact with? No. You can take medication. It will not stop anything for anything. It's not dangerous. It's food. It's nutrition.
It's good for you.
In a salad, you're drinking it. The biome, which is detox, the glyphosates, the advanced will get rid of the parasites. If anything, gluten, allergies are going to go away. We are not going to be as sensitive to certain things. It heals your body of inflammation. Allergies.
And I see for me, I got the starter pack, the biome, and then mushroom flyer. What's that?
I don't think we added the mushrooms to you. No, we got you. If you got the mushroom one, we'll talk about it. But you got the ultimate pack with an extra bag of Biome because you're going to be taking 4 a day instead of 2 a day.
Gotcha.
So we're going to watch Storm's body change as my body's changing because the inflammation goes down as the allergies decrease or the sensitivities change. But there's 5 products. You start with the green powder, which you take 5.5 tablespoons, and you mix it in water or almond milk or cacao or bananas or however you want to bake it. There's no rule. However you want to ingest it, doctor it up. Storm wanted bananas last night. I didn't have any bananas, but put blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, peaches. I put an apple in mine this morning, so it was kind of gritty. An apple has pectin, and pectin makes you full, so it was my breakfast. Then there's amino acids, and they're pre-digested, so they get in your muscles within 23 minutes. They're great, especially if you're working out or doing Pilates or whatever you're doing, training. And then there's the Biome to get rid of the glyphosates and the metals and the toxicity and all that's going on. And then there's the stuff at night, the apothecary, which helps rebuild your melatonin and helps you sleep with the circadian rhythms, settling. And then, of course, the parasites. It's all in a kit. Email me, Dr. Linda at lindasalvin.com. Storm's known about it for about 3 months, and I finally got him to succumb to it because he's ready. When you're ready to feel better, sometimes you do it on your own, it doesn't work. You got to have some help.
That's true.
We go through phases, but this is going to elongate everybody's life. You can give it to children, you can give it to your friends. If you're a nurse and you've got a whole system, then you sign up and get the whole hospital to sign up. Get all your friends, all the nurses, all the doctors. You'll see all the ingredients. You'll understand it. Just go to my website, click where it says detox, DNA, and B3 bands. Underneath there, you'll see it.
Do you see the what I shared with you?
No, where is it?
Should be at the bottom. Or actually, you may be looking on Facebook, so you may not see it.
I'm not on Facebook. I'm just on StreamYard in the little box here. I don't see it.
Do you see, like, if you look down, you see, like, where my box is with my face? If you look over to the...
I don't see it. Let's see. Maybe Rebel can help. Rebel, do you see something I don't? Is there something? Why don't I just go to Facebook? I don't know.
If not, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, but Storm, have you shared these products with your family?
I just signed up. Yeah, I just signed up.
Thank you, Aaron. You're welcome, Shirley. I mean, you missed it. Shirley came to me 25 years ago with hives and bloat from steroids, 50 pounds, and doctors couldn't figure out why she had hives, and she just came to testify. There we go. These are the different herbs that are in, all the different products that are in the compound, and they give you even a free blender. They give you a blender, so that there's your blender. You get a free blender with your kit, people, real stories. There's stuff going on that's beyond anything I've ever seen, and I've tried a lot of products on radio for a long time because I want to market it to everybody to feel better. These are real testimonials. Take time. It doesn't happen overnight. It's a process, but it's getting rid of the inflammation. It's getting rid of what we don't need. It's the toxicity in your body. These are just everyday people like you and me. That's how it's all packaged. It comes in a big box. No, it's beautiful.
It is.
We've only got about like 3 more minutes, but that's just one thing. But we were talking about past lives. We were talking about life after death. We were talking about regression. We were talking about dreams and communication of dreams with somebody who's passed away. So it's been a whole kind of eclectic show, and then ending up on the nutrition, which I think is great because we have 3 minutes. So you got to come back when you get back home, which will be on Thursday. Then we'll get you for an hour, even though you were supposed to be here for an hour, and then you had another show, of course. But the opportunities are here for everybody. It's not just me. It's not just Storm. It's for you. You work in a hospital? Perfect. Get everybody healthy. You work at a factory? Perfect. You're at school? Perfect. Sign up and turn on everybody. You can make extra income. You become your own alchemist with the wicks of wisdom. You become a nutritional consultant with product. The girl that brought me in is a naturopathic doctor and has been for 35 years. But the girl that brought her in was in architecture for years. Found this product, left the architecture field, was no longer an architect, and she devotes her time full time to the product because she was actually doing something for another person rather than just designing a home or a condo or a building. She wanted to be more involved. And that's what I love, is the involvement with people. I mean, yeah, we all need an architect to see the hotel you're staying in, the home I rent or whatever. But this is to keep us going and helping.
And it's a culture. And the people, well, the person I met that brought you in, she's very passionate.
Sharon, yeah, you met her the other night. Finally, you've been on the phone and Zoom, but you finally met her. Storm met my world, radio, health, lawyers, my father,
friends,
accountants, doctors, dentists. I had a whole slew of people here that are all professional, spiritual people that want to take care of themselves. They're on this ride. There was a Grammy winner who's just now starting to open up more spiritually for the health as opposed to the drug, sex, rock and roll firm. You know, everybody's changing. It's a new year. We're about down to a minute. If you want to reach me off the air, lindasalvin.com. There it is, Dr. Linda at lindasalvin.com. Or you can call toll free at 888-509-1077. Just go to Facebook, go to drlindaradio.com. You can listen 24 hours a day for shows even 20 years ago, besides the new ones. And my music is up there. Or go to Dr. Linda Salvin on YouTube. And did a funny little show with Storm last night. You can go to Storm Monroe on YouTube. I'm in a few of his shows. What do you want to say? We got 30 seconds, dude.
I can't wait to actually try the products. And I'm interested in seeing with, like, once I get clean and pure and detox, like, what it will do to my dreams.
Yeah, it's all going to change quickly. What's your experience with Wicks of Wisdom?
Awesome, life-changing, and I recommend it to everyone.
People, Dr. Linda at lindasalvin.com or lindasalvin.com. I'll be back tomorrow with Candy Finnegan for Recovery Wednesday. Storm, stay backstage. Thank you very much. Rebel, have a great day. Everybody, thanks for chatting with us. And book an appointment. Let me help you. Then you can come on and give a testimony. You'll be on the show. What did I do?
There you go. There you go.
Oh, it's the camera. Yeah, the camera keeps sinking. Oh, gosh. Oh, well, maybe it's the house. Maybe it's an earthquake. We're here, but we're leaving. Have a great day, everybody. See you then.
Bye-bye.
Next. Bye-bye. Thanks, Storm.
Thanks for joining us. We hope you enjoyed Dr. Linda Salvin's Psychic Solutions Podcast. You can reach Dr. Linda at 888-509-1077 or at lindasalvin.com. Need a breakthrough of your own? Ready for answers or insights nobody else has? Reserve your own one-on-one in-person chat. Dr. Linda isn't just for other people. Dr. Linda gets results for you. And it's easy. Contact details are on screen now. Just click on lindasalvin.com or call toll-free 888-509-1077. That's lindasalvin.com or toll-free at 888-509-1077.